it's so confusing that they do it in this particular iteration. But the guy or the girl or whoever that Ben happens to leap into, they're there too, and they're not consenting. So, what's that about?
That's the other. Wow. Now that you say it, sure. Problematic. Hashtag.
This has been going on, this quantum leap, forever, so it's not new. But I guess I should acknowledge that it's nice that Hannah knows, but because it's not just Ben's body, it's him and another person entangled, or however the fuck it's supposed to work in this one. It's both of them or something. I don't know, but it feels like they introduced something else only to create another problem.
Yeah, you're right, because that problem would have been solved had there been a visitor in the waiting room. Had there been a waiting room. But
had there been a waiting room, yeah, but
it's just a different side of the same point. It's like, wow. Yeah, I hadn't considered that. But,
I don't know. Food for thought, I guess.
Right. What would that guy, again, Allison, what's his, Mark Allison, whatever, the guy, the Egypt guy, the secret agent.
Yeah, like, specifically the guy that Ben used his body, both their bodies, whatever, to sleep with Hannah. I don't know.
Right, that's him.
I mean, I guess, is he supposed to be partially there or whatever, but I don't buy that.
Do we speculate that Hannah's son is Ben's son? I mean, it could work out that way, so where does that leave Michael Allison?
Yeah, but if it's both their bodies, then it's his son too.
Exactly, that's what I mean. So it's just like, they don't have to say, like, do they even know?
Yeah, but it's just as icky as Trilogy, I'm sorry.
It is.
we need to work this out. What is the logic of any of this? How does any of this work?
When we talk to Drew again, or we talk to Dean again, this will be question 1. How do you reconcile that? Or they might just say, don't look over there. Look over here. There's something shiny over here.
They said yes to the nudge, so they said yes to everything.
There you go. Ooh, look, a pyramid. Ooh,
that's not consent. You can change your mind at any time. You can't. Just because you consented to one thing doesn't consent to everything.
Oh, no. Maybe they will address it at some point. I don't know.
Yeah. If they don't, it's okay. I don't think this relationship's gonna pan out. So I don't know. But I guess it's worth acknowledging.
And maybe that sort of maybe takes us back to the letter. Do we have an idea or any speculation about them?
Wow. Any weapons or drones in the vehicle?
No.
Okay, have a good day.
Thank you.
That's an awesome inspection. Welcome to Hoover
Yeah, I
Dam.
feel secure now they asked that question.
What kind of ripples this might cause? Because I would say, like, oh, is this going to reset something? But if he sent it at a point after events that we've already seen, there's nothing to retcon. If he had sent it to a point before events that we had already seen, then we could see how a history that we thought we were familiar with might play out differently.
Oh, you mean like would it affect anything like in their lives?
Right.
He just sent the letter to shortly after he leaped in, right?
I think he sent the letter shortly after he had left out. So for Hannah, it's a continuous process. So
right.
I guess technically they've always been living in this future where Ben sent the letter, but that's not how quantum leap works either. So I always get, the time travel is different on the show, and I have to remember that. The show is predicated on changing stuff.
Yeah.
Not that it all fits together in the end.
Every week,
Everything
beats in and changes someone's life. It changes history.
For the better?
Gets rid of no-noses kids or whatever. Yeah, so, I mean, I think it's supposed to work like it works anytime on the show. Like, he sent the letter after he left out, so it wouldn't really change that, but it may have ripples in the future at the project if, say, Hannah's kids or grandkids or herself or whatever interacts with them in some way. Maybe it changes that. But
what if Gideon whips out the letter?
Oh, dun dun dun.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to know where they go with that. If they do anything with that other than make it just a means to an end. Like, oh, now Hannah knows and that's it.
I feel like they wouldn't do it in this fashion if it didn't mean something. They probably would have had him warn them at the end of the last episode. Like, why just draw it out to that?
Yeah, you're right. So I'm just trying to figure out what the bigger time travel ramifications might be. So, but I guess maybe we're both in agreement that we're going to see some kind of ramification other than the fact that now Hannah knows. Maybe.
Yeah, I think there is going to be something in the future something related to her that changes things. Maybe Gideon is her grandkid or kid or whatever. I can't do math, but maybe like he's related to her in some way. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess it remains to be seen. So yeah, we can speculate about this all afternoon. But hey, we're not here to talk about that per se. We're here to talk about the family treasure. Is there anything that we have left unturned?
I would get lost in all the photos.
We've left unturned, Allison Franklin.
I kind of wondered about the lawyer character in this episode. He's
Played
the
by
one that
the
was
great Dan Bacadal. I don't know. But I love that guy. He's so good in everything. But anyway.
Oh yeah, I don't recognize him, but maybe I've seen him in something.
I know that he was in Veep. I didn't watch Veep, but he was in Jim
Oh, okay.
Jeffries' show, and I forget what the name of the Jim Jeffries show was on FX. And he was one of the main characters on that. And I thought he was
Did we
terrific.
park right
Nice.
there now?
So anyway,
Yeah, his character. So he was partners with their father,
think we
business
parked
partners or
here.
something,
I feel
Yeah.
like
or a
we
friend of
walked
his.
to
I think
it.
maybe they said he was his
Yeah.
friend, but either
There's
way, he known him a
parking
long
here.
time.
No,
And so he knew that there was a map, and he wanted to get this treasure for himself. So Ben has this line where he said,
You knocked that ship out of my hand knowing it would
Car's
break.
$10.
why did he do that if he knew the map was there? Why didn't he just take it?
I think he was setting it up so that the children could lead them there to it. Because they still had to crack the code, they still had to decode the riddles, and who better than the family to understand what the father might be saying.
We're family.
Okay, so he was like, they're smart enough to figure this out, and then I'll take the treasure for myself.
Yeah, we'll swoop in at the 11th hour and steal it all, which they tried to do
Right, yeah. He teamed up with
handsome Nick Handsome boy.
I called him Senor Guapo.
I was like,
Senor
Senor Guapo.
Guapo.
Much better, much better.
That guy, super handsome,
Yeah.
and you're like, don't trust that guy.
He is, wow, he is like Tom Handsome. Get away,
Oh yeah,
quick.
super handsome.
Keep an eye on that satchel. How hard is it to watch a satchel? That was like a because show moment. So silly.
Well, it's a typical adventure kind of thing. She reminded me, Sarah reminded me of, you were talking about Temple of Doom.
Yeah, yeah.
Who was the love interest in that one?
Billy, Kate Capshaw.
Get it?
Yeah, reminded me of her, the kind of like
Philip.
prissy girly type
I
who's
have
not meant to be on this kind of adventure at all. She's like, they're like, what'd you pack in your bag? She's like, oh, makeup,
$10.
some portables to wear in case we need to go. They're in the middle of like the desert, this crappy little town, and it's just like, in case we need formal wear for anything.
Manners make the man. So, or the housewife, as this case may be. So,
Yeah, she was trying to get with Senor Guapo. He was flirting with her. He got her with the picture on the wall thing, even though he was kind of insulting them with that, right? He's like, so many adventurers come here looking for this thing. We got a big wall of pictures of all these losers coming here looking for this, looking for this treasure. You could be on the wall too. And she's like, oh, me? Oh.
I could be a loser.
I could be a loser too.
Do you think I'm pretty?
Also, I didn't know people in the 50s. This was, according to the press release, 1953, but I don't know if they said in the episode specifically the year, but that's what it said in the press release. I didn't know that they knew what the term badass meant,
You look badass.
but I looked it up, and it did originate in the 50s. But badass in the 50s was an insult. It means like you're an idiot bully or whatever, and it was one of those words that kind of changed meaning and got reclaimed. So I think Ben was really insulting Dean, but Dean seemed to take it okay.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you?
Pretty good. No?
Try it.
Okay. If not, I have another.
There it goes.
Okay,
Let me get your receipt.
thank you.
Alrighty, you can park anywhere with that right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Great day.
You too.
Anywhere up this ramp. Can I park here?
Probably yes.
Okay, cool.
You got it.
Okay, where are the DeLoreans?
Yeah. Wait, didn't we actually see 3 here and 4 at the pinball?
That's
or was
right.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. Autos only. Good thing we don't have a manual.
What does that even mean?
Cars and
Yeah, but what else is there? Trucks?
yeah.